Imagine a life where every disappointment isn't a reason to despair but a gentle reminder that you're evolving. In a world full of unpredictable twists and turns, Haman Suneem's When Things Don't Go Your Way invites us to embrace the inevitable hardships of life as stepping stones toward inner peace. Today, we begin a journey into the art of accepting that not everything will work out as planned, and that in these moments of uncertainty lies the opportunity for profound growth. At its core, this book is about acceptance. It teaches us that life, with all its challenges and disappointments, is not meant to be fought against but rather to be accepted and understood. Sunim reminds us that when we try to control every outcome or resist the natural flow of events, we only create more suffering. Instead, we should learn to let go, to trust in the process, and to understand that every setback carries with it the seed of a new beginning. The first lesson is simple yet powerful. Embrace impermanence. Nothing in life is fixed. Every moment, every emotion, every circumstance is transient. Our joys and sorrows, our successes and failures, all come and go. Recognizing this impermanence can be incredibly liberating. When you realize that pain will eventually pass, and that every difficulty holds a lesson, you begin to see challenges in a different light. Instead of clinging desperately to what was or what could have been, you open yourself up to what is, and what might yet be. Suneem's gentle wisdom encourages us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. Imagine sitting quietly by a flowing river, watching the water meander around obstacles without resistance. That, he suggests, is how we should relate to our own inner experiences. When negative thoughts arise, don't try to banish them forcefully. Instead, allow them to flow through you. Acknowledge their presence, learn from them, and let them pass naturally. This practice of mindfulness not only eases the burden of disappointment but also cultivates a deeper sense of inner calm. Another essential concept introduced in the book is the importance of self-compassion. Often, when things don't go our way, we are our own harshest critics. We berate ourselves for mistakes, dwell on regrets, and let the weight of our self-judgment crush us. Sunim challenges this self-critical mindset by urging us to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a dear friend. Instead of beating yourself up over perceived failures, try to see them as part of a larger, ongoing journey. Every misstep is an opportunity to learn, every moment of weakness a chance to become stronger. In our fast-paced, achievement-driven society, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly striving for perfection and success. We set high expectations for ourselves, only to be met with the inevitable reality that things don't always go our way. This constant striving can leave us feeling exhausted and disillusioned. Sunim reminds us that true fulfillment does not come from a flawless record of success but from the wisdom gained through our struggles. When you accept that setbacks are part of life, you begin to appreciate the journey itself rather than fixating solely on the destination. Consider the analogy of a flower. It needs both the nourishing sun and the refreshing rain to grow. Without the rain, the sun's warmth might dry it out. Without the sun, the rain would leave it in a state of melancholy. Similarly, in our lives, both praise and criticism, joy and sorrow, success and failure are necessary for our growth. They are the essential nutrients that help us develop resilience and a deeper understanding of ourselves. When you allow yourself to be touched by both, you learn to balance your emotions, and over time, your inner strength blossoms. As you begin to apply these principles, you may notice subtle changes in how you react to life's unpredictability. Perhaps you'll find yourself pausing before reacting, taking a deep breath, and allowing a moment of silence to pass before deciding how to respond. This pause is powerful. It creates space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose a reaction that aligns with your deeper values rather than succumbing to knee-jerk impulses. Over time, these small changes accumulate, leading to a profound shift in your overall outlook on life. Sunim also emphasizes the importance of letting go of the need for constant control. The illusion of control is a trap that keeps many of us locked in a cycle of anxiety and frustration. We plan every detail, try to predict every outcome, and when things deviate from our expectations, we suffer. But life is inherently unpredictable. Instead of resisting this uncertainty, imagine if you could learn to flow with it. Embracing the unknown doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that life will unfold in ways that are ultimately for your greater good. One of the most transformative aspects of this journey is the realization that healing is a process. It is not instantaneous. and it is not linear. There will be moments when the weight of disappointment feels unbearable, and the path forward seems obscured by doubt. In those times, it is important to remember that healing is gradual, a series of small steps, each one building on the last. With each moment of acceptance, each instance where you choose to let go rather than fight, you are moving closer to a state of inner peace. In embracing this process, you also learn to redefine what success means to you. Rather than measuring your worth solely by external achievements, you begin to value inner growth and emotional resilience. True success is not about never failing. It's about having the courage to keep moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. So, as you embark on this journey, remind yourself that every setback is an invitation to grow. Every disappointment is a lesson in disguise, every challenge a call to embrace your true self. The road may be winding and unpredictable, but within that very uncertainty lies the potential for immense personal transformation. Remember, when things don't go your way, it's not a failure, it's a beginning. It's an opportunity to break free from old patterns, to reevaluate your path, and to build a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. Embrace the lessons that come with every twist and turn. Learn to listen to the quiet whispers of your heart amidst the chaos of life. At this moment, consider what it would mean to truly let go of past disappointments, of the need for control, and of the constant search for validation. Picture yourself standing on the edge of a vast, open horizon, unburdened by the weight of what could have been, and ready to step boldly into what might be. That is the power of embracing uncertainty with grace. As we move forward into deeper layers of this journey in the next part, you will explore practical strategies to integrate these insights into daily life. You will learn how to cultivate mindfulness, build resilience, and create an environment where every setback transforms into a stepping stone toward a more fulfilling future. Part 2. Embracing change, cultivating self-compassion, and finding inner peace. Imagine standing at a crossroads where the familiar paths of certainty suddenly vanish, leaving you to navigate the unknown. In this part of our journey, Haemin Sunim invites us to embrace life's unpredictability with grace and wisdom. When things don't go your way, it isn't a sign of failure. It's an invitation to explore new possibilities, to grow, and to understand that every moment, even those of discomfort, holds a hidden lesson. Embracing impermanence and change. At the heart of Haemin Sunim's teachings is the profound acceptance of impermanence. Nothing in life remains static. Our joys, our sorrows, our successes, and our setbacks all flow like water, ever-changing and transient. When you internalize the truth that nothing lasts forever, you begin to see change not as a threat, but as a natural process that nurtures growth. Think of a river that carves its path through rock over time. The river doesn't fight the obstacles in its way. It flows around them, sometimes gently, sometimes with force, but always moving forward. This imagery reminds us that, like the river, we too must learn to adapt to life's obstacles rather than resist them. Embracing change means accepting that loss, disappointment, and unexpected turns are essential parts of the human experience. When life seems to be spiraling out of control, pause and observe. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment, whether they are of pain, frustration, or confusion. Accepting that these emotions are transient can empower you to let go and move forward. Instead of clinging to the past or desperately trying to control the future, focus on the present moment. This is where true peace resides. Cultivating self-compassion. One of the most transformative lessons in this journey is learning to be gentle with yourself. Often, when things go awry, we become our harshest critics. We berate ourselves for our perceived failures, deepening the wounds that life's challenges have inflicted. Haemin Sunim teaches us that self-compassion is not a sign of weakness. It is the foundation upon which resilience is built. Imagine the warmth of a comforting embrace on a cold day. That warmth is what self-compassion feels like, a soothing balm for the heart and mind. It's about recognizing that you, like everyone else, are imperfect, and that mistakes are not reflections of your worth but opportunities to learn. Rather than succumbing to self-criticism, try to speak to yourself as you would a dear friend, with kindness, understanding, and encouragement. When faced with setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on how you can improve. Remind yourself that every challenge is a stepping stone on the path to growth, Develop rituals of self-care, whether it's a quiet moment of meditation, a walk in nature, or simply indulging in a favorite hobby. These practices not only restore your energy but also reinforce the idea that you deserve compassion and care. Transforming triggers into opportunities. Every trigger, a sudden wave of disappointment, an unexpected setback, or even a moment of criticism, holds within it the potential for growth. Rather than reacting impulsively, pause, breathe, and reflect on what this trigger might be teaching you. This isn't about suppressing your emotions, but about channeling them into something constructive. For example, when someone criticizes you harshly, instead of immediately defending yourself, consider the possibility that their words might offer a glimpse into areas where you can improve. This doesn't mean accepting all criticism unconditionally. Rather, it means discerning what is useful and what is merely noise. By turning triggers into opportunities, you empower yourself to grow beyond the momentary pain and to build a stronger, more resilient self. Think of each trigger as a spark. When nurtured, that spark can ignite a flame of change, whether it leads to a new perspective, a revised goal, or even a complete transformation of your approach to life. It's in these moments of discomfort that you have the chance to reevaluate your values, to reaffirm your commitments, and to emerge with a renewed sense of purpose. Finding inner peace amidst chaos. In the midst of life's unpredictability, finding inner peace may seem like a daunting task. Yet, it is precisely during these challenging times that inner peace becomes both essential and attainable. Haemin Sunim reminds us that peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to remain calm and centered despite the turbulence around us. One of the most effective ways to cultivate inner peace is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, of observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can create a mental space where the noise of the outside world fades away, and your inner voice can speak clearly. Try to set aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection. Sit in a comfortable place, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. Allow your thoughts to come and go like clouds in the sky. With regular practice, you'll find that even when external circumstances are chaotic, your mind remains a sanctuary of calm. Additionally, consider the power of gratitude. Even in the face of adversity, there are always moments to be thankful for. Small joys, acts of kindness, or simply the beauty of nature. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant, helping to restore a sense of balance and peace. Letting go and moving forward. One of the most liberating aspects of embracing life's uncertainties is the ability to let go of what no longer serves you. Holding onto past mistakes, grudges, or unfulfilled expectations only weighs you down. Instead, learn to release these burdens and allow yourself to move forward. Imagine holding onto a heavy stone for years. You'd eventually tire from the constant strain. Similarly, carrying the weight of negative experiences prevents you from reaching your full potential. Letting go isn't about forgetting or condoning the past. It's about freeing yourself from its grip so that you can fully embrace the present and shape a better future. When you let go, you create space for new opportunities, for healing, and for growth. Embrace the concept of non-attachment. Understand that every experience, good or bad, is transient. By releasing your attachment to outcomes, you empower yourself to live more freely, unburdened by regret or expectation. This process may not be easy, and it may take time. But each step you take towards letting go is a step towards reclaiming your inner power. Recognize that healing is not linear. There will be moments when old patterns resurface, but with persistence and self-compassion, you can gradually overcome them. Transforming your life through self-acceptance. The journey toward increasing your inner value is deeply intertwined with self-acceptance. It's about acknowledging your imperfections and recognizing that they are what make you uniquely human. When you embrace every aspect of yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your successes, and your failures, you unlock the true potential within you. Self-acceptance is a radical act of courage. It means letting go of the need for external validation and instead trusting in your own worth. When you accept yourself, you no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. Your decisions become guided by your inner truth rather than the opinions of others. To cultivate self-acceptance, practice self-forgiveness. Acknowledge your mistakes without harsh judgment, and view them as opportunities for growth. Surround yourself with positive influences. people who uplift you and encourage you to be your best self. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and remind yourself that you are enough, exactly as you are. Building resilience, the key to thriving. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and to emerge stronger from challenges. It's not about avoiding hardship, but about facing it head-on with a mindset that turns obstacles into opportunities. A resilient person understands that setbacks are a natural part of life and that each failure carries a lesson that can propel future success. Building resilience begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing failures as endpoints, see them as temporary setbacks that provide valuable insights. Every time you overcome a challenge, you reinforce your ability to adapt and to grow. This cycle of challenge and growth is what ultimately defines your character. In practical terms, resilience can be built through small, consistent actions. Whether it's setting realistic goals, practicing mindfulness, or maintaining a strong support network, each step helps fortify your inner strength. Over time, resilience becomes a habit, a way of facing life with unwavering determination and an unbreakable spirit. Embracing a new narrative. As you weave these lessons into your life, remember that you are continuously writing your own story. The narrative of your life is not fixed. It's fluid, dynamic, and entirely within your control. When things don't go your way, instead of succumbing to despair, choose to see those moments as chapters in your story that contribute to your growth and transformation. Imagine your life as a book, with each setback, each moment of doubt, and each victory contributing to a rich, compelling narrative. Embrace the idea that every experience, no matter how painful, is a building block for a better, more resilient you. Your ability to adapt, learn, and move forward is what sets you apart and ultimately defines your success. The power of perspective. One of the most profound insights in Haemin Sunim teachings is the power of perspective. How you interpret events can drastically change your experience of them. When faced with adversity, try to shift your focus from what you've lost to what you've learned. Every obstacle can be seen as an opportunity for self-improvement, every disappointment as a chance to rebuild stronger than before. Take a moment to reflect on past challenges. What did they teach you? How did they shape the person you are today? By viewing your life through a lens of growth, you begin to see that every experience, whether good or bad, has contributed to your development. This perspective not only eases the pain of setbacks but also fuels your motivation to strive for a brighter future. Living mindfully in an unpredictable world. The concept of mindfulness is intricately woven into the fabric of embracing life's uncertainties. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. In a world where change is the only constant, mindfulness offers a refuge, a way to connect with the present moment and to appreciate the beauty in even the smallest details. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. Begin your day with a few minutes of meditation. Focus on your breathing and allow yourself to simply be. When you're mindful, you're less likely to be overwhelmed by the chaos of external events. Instead, you find a calm center from which you can face any challenge with clarity and composure. Mindfulness also encourages you to be compassionate with yourself. It teaches you that it's okay to feel pain, to experience setbacks, and to have moments of vulnerability. Rather than resisting these feelings, accept them as part of your journey. In doing so, you create space for healing and transformation. Real-life applications and personal reflections. The insights from when things don't go your way are not merely theoretical. They are meant to be applied to real life. Consider a moment when a significant plan of yours fell through. Instead of spiraling into despair, take a step back and view that setback as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I adjust my approach to move forward? Each challenge, viewed through the lens of growth, becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Reflect on your daily routines and habits. Are there moments when you cling to what's familiar out of fear of the unknown? Embrace those moments as opportunities to push your boundaries. Write down your thoughts, your challenges, and your progress. This ongoing reflection will help you track your growth and remind you that every setback is temporary, a mere chapter in your larger story. In your relationships, practice letting go of the need for control. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door to deeper connections. Understand that real strength lies not in always being in control but in the willingness to adapt and grow with those around you. As you cultivate self-compassion and resilience, you also become a source of inspiration for others. The journey ahead. As we near the end of this segment, remember that embracing life's unpredictability is an ongoing process, a journey that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to learn. Every day presents new challenges and new opportunities. The path to transformation is not a straight line, but a series of twists and turns that ultimately lead you to a more resilient, compassionate, and empowered self. The power to change your narrative lies within you. You have the strength to transform your setbacks into successes, your disappointments into lessons, and your pain into wisdom. By adopting a growth mindset, practicing mindfulness, and nurturing self-compassion, you unlock the door to a future filled with promise and possibility. Take a deep breath, visualize the person you aspire to be, a person who embraces change, learns from every experience, and faces life with an unwavering sense of hope. That person is not a distant dream. They are within you, waiting to be unleashed. Your journey is a tapestry of every challenge, every triumph, and every lesson learned along the way. Embrace it fully, for in the heart of uncertainty lies the seed of extraordinary growth. As you move forward, keep this truth close. When things don't go your way, it's not the end, it's simply the beginning of a new chapter in your life. With each setback, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and build the resilience needed to create a future that is truly your own. Part 3. Practical strategies to turn setbacks into stepping stones. When life throws setbacks your way, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. Yet, every disappointment is not a dead end but a stepping stone on your journey. In this part, we explore actionable strategies to transform setbacks into opportunities for growth. 1. Reframe your failures. Instead of viewing each failure as a reflection of your limitations, see it as a lesson. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? Write down what went wrong and brainstorm ways to improve. Over time, you'll see that each setback has equipped you with invaluable insights. 2. Break goals into manageable steps. Big dreams can be daunting, and setbacks can make them seem even more unattainable. Break your long-term goals into smaller, achievable tasks. Celebrate each small victory. It's these cumulative wins that build momentum and reaffirm your ability to overcome obstacles. 3. Cultivate a routine of reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on what happened. Keep a journal where you note down not only your failures but also the lessons learned. Over time, this habit creates a powerful feedback loop that continuously refines your strategies for success. 4. Adopt a "not yet" mentality. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," remind yourself, "I can't do this yet." This subtle shift in language reinforces the idea that your abilities are fluid and that every challenge is temporary. Each moment you struggle is simply a part of the learning curve. 5. Build a support system. Seek mentors, join communities, or simply talk to friends who have faced similar challenges. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift you can provide fresh perspectives and help you remain resilient. Sometimes, sharing your setbacks is the first step toward turning them around. 6. Use visualization techniques. Visualize your success daily. Picture yourself overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. This mental rehearsal primes your mind for success and helps you approach setbacks with a proactive attitude rather than fear. 7. Embrace experimentation. Don't be afraid to try new approaches. If one strategy fails, consider it an experiment rather than a permanent defeat. Adapt, adjust, and move on. Every experiment, regardless of the outcome, adds to your pool of knowledge and strengthens your resolve. In summary, turning setbacks into stepping stones is all about shifting your perspective. Each challenge is an opportunity, a chance to reevaluate, learn, and ultimately grow. With consistent effort and a willingness to adapt, every failure becomes the foundation of your future success. Part 4. Overcoming the inner critic and cultivating resilience. One of the toughest battles is the one you fight within yourself. The relentless inner critic that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You'll never succeed." In this section, we focus on strategies to quiet that critical voice and build resilience from within. 1. Recognize your inner critic. The first step is awareness. Understand that your inner critic is not the truth. It's a product of past conditioning and fear. When negative thoughts arise, Label them as inner critic thoughts, and remind yourself that they don't define your worth. 2. Practice self-affirmations. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Every morning, remind yourself, I am capable. I learn from my mistakes. I am growing stronger every day. Write these affirmations down and repeat them until they become a natural part of your internal dialogue. 3. Cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you observe your thoughts without judgment. By sitting in stillness and focusing on your breath, you create a mental space where your inner critic loses its power. When you practice mindfulness, you become better equipped to acknowledge your doubts without letting them control you. 4. Embrace vulnerability. It may seem counterintuitive, but allowing yourself to feel vulnerable is a sign of strength. Open up about your struggles with trusted friends or a mentor. Sharing your vulnerabilities not only lightens your emotional load but also creates deeper connections with others. Remember, real resilience is built when you face your fears and learn from them. 5. Set realistic goals and celebrate small wins. Break your larger aspirations into smaller, manageable goals. Each time you achieve one, no matter how minor it may seem, celebrate. These small victories reinforce your capability and gradually drown out the negative voices in your head. 6. Build a resilient mindset through reflection. After facing a setback, reflect on what happened. Ask yourself what you could have done differently and what you learned from the experience. This reflective practice transforms failures into valuable lessons, strengthening your ability to bounce back. 7. Seek professional guidance if needed. Sometimes, the inner critic can be overwhelming. If you find it challenging to silence this negative voice on your own, consider speaking with a therapist or counselor. Professional help can provide you with effective tools to manage your inner dialogue and build a more resilient mindset. By taking these steps, you gradually replace self-doubt with self-compassion and resilience. Your inner critic begins to lose its volume, and in its place grows a voice of empowerment and hope. As you learn to navigate your inner world with kindness and determination, you unlock a reservoir of strength that propels you forward, no matter what challenges come your way. Part 5. Embracing a new future. Now, as we conclude this transformative journey, it's important to reflect on the insights we've gained. Life is unpredictable, filled with ups and downs, but within every challenge lies the seed of opportunity. When things don't go your way, remember that each setback is not the end, but a new beginning, an invitation to learn, adapt, and grow. Imagine a future where you greet every obstacle with calm determination and every failure is a lesson. Picture yourself standing at the edge of endless possibilities, armed with the wisdom of resilience, the strength of self-compassion, and the clarity that comes from a well-organized mind. That future is within your grasp. It is built on the choices you make today. The journey we've explored teaches us to let go of the need for control, to silence the inner critic, and to embrace every moment as part of a larger tapestry of growth. It shows us that true strength lies not in avoiding failure, but in rising above it, learning from it, and using it as the stepping stone to greater achievements. As you move forward, carry these insights with you. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and trust that each step brings you closer to the life you envision. Transform challenges into catalysts for change, and remember that your value isn't fixed. It grows with every experience, every lesson, and every act of resilience. Let this be your reminder. Every moment is an opportunity to start anew. Embrace your journey, trust in your abilities, and keep moving forward with an open heart and a determined spirit. The future is not predetermined, it's yours to shape. And as you continue to build your life, may you find that your inner strength, nurtured by every setback and every success, lights the path to a brighter, more fulfilling tomorrow. Thank you for joining me on this journey of transformation and self-discovery. May these insights empower you to face life's uncertainties with courage and to create a future that reflects your true potential.